Good evening and welcome to Estuary TV News with me, James Dunn. On tonight's show, meet the Grimsby Chinese restaurant owner who hopes to set a new world record. Also tonight, we ask the people of Scartho, is there anybody out there? And finally, I have local stargazer Barry Watts in the studio to talk about astronomy in the local area. But first, here's Erica Barker with the news headlines.
Hello, the headlines today. Police in Louth have launched a murder inquiry. Strange lights in the sky captured over Scartho. And a Grimsby artist aims to create a new world record with the longest watercolour. Detectives have launched a murder inquiry after the death of a Louth man. 32-year-old Richard Rudds of Spring Terrace was found at his home in the early hours of Sunday morning. The death was initially treated as unexplained and a 23-year-old man was arrested and detained in police custody. A post-mortem has been carried out, but the cause of death has not been released. Residents in East Lindsey could face a council tax increase of 2% in budget proposals made by the district council. Figures show the council's funding will be reduced by around £1.9 million. In addition, it also needs to make savings of £1.2 million. However, the council says it is committed to investing heavily in affordable housing, flood alleviation and rural development grants. Lights in the sky over Scartho near Grimsby caused a bit of a stir on social media networks. The photograph was posted by local florist Kate Lister, who was intrigued by what she saw early one morning and took the picture. The image shows two circles of light, which some have claimed are possible meteors, while others speculated it was UFOs.
Well, I'm a resident in Scartho and I've never seen anything. Have you seen anything?
Only my husband's lasers. No, I haven't.
No.
No, I'm usually in bed by 9:30 and I don't see much at night.
But it said to me that they were out looking for the Aurora Borealis, which is supposed to be visible at this time of the year. I've never seen it.
A Grimsby artist is hoping to create a record by painting the world's longest watercolour. Hayes Sheets Young painted Culture 5000 15 years ago and it stretched 200 metres long. His latest masterpiece, World Village, will feature houses and people as a rolling landscape, and Mr Young aims to break his own record, though the artwork will take him 2 years to paint.
I try to say, oh, the 15 years, no anything else, happen. Anyway, I try to do something and challenge myself again, see what's going on. My age is old, but I think the condition is still all right. I'm trying to push my own up to the top, see what I can do.
Scunthorpe's 2021 Visual Arts Centre has been shortlisted for the Museums at Night competition. This is the second year it has achieved this. If successful, the centre could win £2,000. Last year, 2021 won, and well-known artists Cullinan and Richards allowed visitors to become extras in a fictional film. The competition is being funded by the National Lottery through Arts Council England. A well-known Grimsby woman has died aged 88. Dora Beales was known in the town for setting up the Goodwill Motorist Friendship Group in 1982 to provide and befriend transports for the elderly. Her funeral will be held on Monday in the town. Alford's Com Exchange has been handed over to a community group by the local council. The group will take over the running of the building, which they wish to use for the local residents. East Lindsey District Council will continue to use the ground floor as a customer access point. People in Hull are being warned not to drop food waste in the streets as it encourages rodents. The warning from East Riding of Yorkshire Council comes at a time of the year when mice and rats are searching for food during cold weather. Residents are being asked to ensure they clean up waste around bird feeding stations. The District Rotary organisation hosted a Young Chef event in Grimsby to promote healthy cooking. 11 youngsters from across the Rotary area were competing for the Young Chef of the Year district final. It was won by Laura Blackheat from Rotary Skegness, who cooked a 3-course meal for two for under £15. The winner will now go forward to the national competition. And that's all from me. Until next time, goodbye.
Thanks, Erica. Painting in China is one of the world's longest-running artistic traditions, but this Chinese restaurant owner in Grimsby now plans to paint the longest watercolour in history. He has already created one 200 metres long, but the world record was never officially confirmed. Now the artist wants to beat his own record and stamp his name firmly in that famous Guinness book. Emma Turner went to find out more.
The highly painted exterior of this Grimsby restaurant offers up a hint as to the artistic skills of its owner. Originally from China, Heishit Young is hoping to break his own world record-breaking watercolour, Culture 5000, which he completed in 1998.
I spent 8 months from March and then up to the November is to finish it and then display in the Grimsby store. I try to say, oh, the 15 years, no anything else, happen. Anyway, I try to do something and challenge myself again, see what's going on. My age is old, but I think the condition is still all right. I'm trying to push my own up to the top, see what I can do.
Culture 5000 was over 200 metres long, with Mr. Young believing he can create a longer painting over 2 years. However, to do this, he is asking for sponsorship.
Quite a lot of money, even the paper, quite a lot of money, and the color, a lot of money. When I'm doing painting this time, I will open for public. Open for public and welcome for the school. They can, from teacher, bring their student come in to look and give them a little bit more interesting for the youngster. That will be on and on. It's something passed to the generation.
Instead of featuring his usual subject of fish, his new painting World Village will be a rolling landscape, which he hopes will pull different communities and cultures together.
I think it's not a challenge to me anyway, because nobody had been doing before. It's a development. So I've been planning to do that. I think I will compete on it. You believe something, they believe something. That's no problem at all. So just choose each other.
There's been much talk lately about things in the sky after the Aurora Borealis the other week, but one strange phenomenon has left a Scartho woman asking questions. This picture was posted on social media sites and was taken by Kate Lister of Scartho, who was intrigued by what she saw. Well, before we meet an expert who may have the answer, we sent Emma Lingard to Scartho to ask villagers if they saw it too.
Well, after seeing that photograph on the social media sites, I decided to come down to Scartho to actually find out if anyone else in the village has seen the strange lights in the sky, and if they have, what do they think they are? Was it a meteor? Was it a UFO? Or was it just a plane? Let's find out.
Well, I'm a resident in Scartho and I've never seen anything. Have you seen anything?
Only my husband's lasers. No, I haven't.
Strange lights in Scartho. I've never...
I mean, you can get any objects in the sky, unwarranted things, and I believe that it's too far-fetched.
Strange lights in the sky have been photographed.
I don't know, so I haven't seen them.
You think most people are saying it's UFOs. Do you believe in UFOs?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Unless
What
I
makes you say yes?
Unless I actually see one, I don't. But yeah, I've read stories and think, yeah, and seen pictures, and I think, yeah, it does look a bit like. But unless I actually see one, I don't.
Well, somebody said to me that they were out looking for the Aurora Borealis, which is supposed to be visible at this time of the year. I've never seen it, round here, but that's another possibility. I don't go for the UFO.
No, no.
You've not seen any green men in Scartho?
No, curiously, well, no, not what you're thinking about.
Well, there were some mixed reactions there in Scartho. Some people clearly don't buy into the UFO theory, though some did, and some actually believe that there are little green men out there. Well, let's hand back to the studio and let the expert take a look. What were the lights in the sky above Scartho?
A mixed bag there, I think, but no one can deny that more and more people are becoming interested in the sky at night. The BBC's Stargazing Live attracted millions of viewers last week, and the local Cleethorpes and District Astronomical Society also has a record number of members. Here with me today I have Barry Watts, the club's president, to talk to me about what opportunities are available locally. Welcome, Barry. First of all, what do you make of that picture there that was taken by a local person from Scartho?
Well, without more information, it's very difficult to say. I think the chances are it's probably sunlight catching a vapour trail from an aircraft flying high. If something's moving slowly across the sky, then it's almost certainly aircraft if it's that large or appears to be that large. If it moves very quickly across the sky, then it'll be a shooting star. But they do move very quickly.
Do you get a lot of interest about this sort of thing? Do you get phone calls from people saying, I've seen this or I've seen that? Do you know what it is?
Yes, we do. We get a lot of people ringing us about it, and it's very difficult to tell sometimes from their descriptions exactly what it is they have seen.
Now, you have got record numbers of people coming through your doors on a regular basis. Where are you based, by the way, Barry?
We built an observatory in Cleethorpes, which is behind Cleethorpes Cemetery and accessed from Montgomery Road. There is a website and a map, and we meet there about twice a month usually through the winter months.
And how many members do you think you've got at the moment?
I would say the membership probably stands at about 80 or 90, and the regular attendance is round about 40.
So I've already mentioned BBC stargazing. I mean, people talk about the Brian Cox effect. He's extremely popular at the moment. Why do you think more and more people are becoming interested in this sort of thing? Is it just that, or is there more to it?
I think that has helped a lot, but other than that, I'm not sure. It seems to go in waves. We have periods when there is a lot of interest and periods when it's fairly quiet. At the moment, we're enjoying a busy period, which has lasted now for quite a few years.
Now, of course, you've got quite a large telescope down there at Beacon Hill. What do people need if they have got an interest and want to find out more?
Well, in the simplest form, a pair of binoculars. You can see an awful lot with a pair of binoculars, which don't cost a fortune. Even if you progress to a telescope after that, you will always keep your binoculars. So there's plenty to see with those.
If people are interested and they want to find out more, can they contact you? Are there any reference points that they can?
Yes, they can. They can contact a member of the society, myself or our secretary or chairman, and get all the information about the meetings, and if they want to come along to one of our very popular beginners classes, which is held on the second Friday of the month, and the main meeting being on the first Wednesday of the month. That's throughout the year.
And finally, Barry, what do you think this is here?
Well, I think it's probably a vapour trail catching the sunlight. It's difficult to tell from the information that we have as to whether that is the fact. You can see from the lower part of the picture that it isn't blurred, but there seems to be some length in this object.
But we can never really be sure.
We can never really be sure.
Thank you very much, Barry. Now, don't forget, if you have any pictures like the one in today's show or stories that you would like to share with us, you can contact us on Facebook, Twitter @Estuary TV, or email us on news@estuary.tv. That's all from us tonight. See you next time.
Find out what's top of the Sports Discussion League this week. Join the team for new episodes of On the Bench, Tuesdays at 6.